The thing that knocked. You'd think a paranormal convention in Georgia would be a waste of time. Mostly people selling quartz, cryptid t-shirts, and spooky soap. And you'd mostly be right. But sometimes, in the in-between moments, when you're not looking for anything at all, something looks for you. That's what happened in the town of Clyburn, Georgia. A little sunburned blip along I-75, just big enough to have a Holiday Inn Express and a Waffle House. And for one weekend every July, a convention center with flickering fluorescents and folding chairs full of people who believe too much or not enough. I was there with no expectations. Just a press pass, a half-charged recorder, and a vague hope that something strange might stumble my way. It did. The first half of the day was uneventful. I browsed stalls full of haunted dolls, glow-in-the-dark Ouija boards, and a guy selling what he claimed were demon-warding socks. I listened to a panel where a woman swore her Roomba was possessed by her late husband. She said it only vacuumed his side of the bed. That was about when I noticed the kid. He was maybe 16, wiry, with a mop of brown hair and a nervous energy that kept him in motion. I spotted him standing near a UFO diorama, glancing my way. Then again by the snack table. Then again near the back doors. Always just outside my peripheral, never quite brave enough to speak. I figured if I made it easy, he might work up the nerve. So I stepped outside. The air was humid and sticky with cicadas. I leaned against the brick wall and waited. A minute later, he came out. "Hey," he said, eyes darting like he thought I might disappear if he blinked. "Hey yourself," I replied. "You've been following me." He flushed. Yeah. Kinda. You're Silas Holloway, right? From the stories?" I nodded. He hesitated again, then asked, "Do you actually believe in that stuff?" "Wouldn't be here if I didn't," I said. "What's your name?" "Jake." He paused. "Can we talk?" We ended up at a diner down the road, a place that smelled like fried onions and scorched coffee. He ordered a milkshake and didn't touch it. "I don't need you to believe me," he said, looking down at his hands. "I just want to tell someone who won't call me crazy." I told him to go ahead. And he did. It started when I was about 9, back in Idaho. At first it was just noises at night. Soft stuff, like footsteps on gravel but circling the house. Then I started hearing it scrape along the outside walls, like claws. My room was upstairs, and one night I swear I heard the sound right outside my window. Just these slow, gentle taps on the glass. Nothing aggressive, just patient. I never looked. I couldn't. I'd sit under the blanket, heart going a mile a minute, trying to convince myself it was the wind. But it kept happening. I told my parents. They got me a nightlight, as if that would fix anything. After a few weeks, it got worse. I could hear it moving. Not just walking, but climbing. Like it was trying to figure out how houses worked. Like it didn't understand windows or doors, but kept trying anyway. There was one night I swear I heard it breathing. And this clacking noise, like teeth. I was so scared I begged to sleep on the couch. My parents started talking about therapy. Eventually they made me go, and I learned to shut up. A few months later, my dad got a job offer in Georgia. We moved. The thing didn't follow. Not at first. Jake paused then, staring out the window at nothing. I convinced myself it was my imagination. Childhood trauma. That's what the therapist said. But about a month ago, I heard it again. I was just playing on my PC when I heard the knock. Same pattern. Slow. Deliberate. On my window. I live in a 2-story house, my room still on the 2nd floor. Then the dragging started, along the siding. Like claws again. 5 days ago, I heard it in the attic. Not just on the roof. In the attic. Walking slow. Sniffing. like it was looking for something. He looked at me then, really looked. Not scared. Not anymore, just tired. I don't want help, he said. I don't think there's anything anyone can do. I just wanted to tell someone before whatever happens next. I offered to talk to his parents. He shook his head. There's no point, he said. Trust me. We finished our drinks in silence. Then he thanked me, got up, and walked out into the Georgia dusk. I never saw him again. 2 weeks later, I was in a motel near Savannah, scanning local news over weak coffee. That's when I saw it. Teenager missing. Police suspect abduction. There was his photo. Same mop of brown hair. Same tired eyes. Jake. They said he vanished from his room. No signs of forced entry. Window locked from the inside. No strange cars on the street. No ransom note. Just gone. The article ended with a plea for tips and a phone number. I never called. I don't think anyone took him. At least not anyone with hands. I keep wondering what would have happened if I'd pressed harder. Talked to his parents anyway. Done something. Anything. Instead, all I have is a name. A memory. And a story I can't prove. But I believe him. And if you're listening to this, maybe that's enough. Because sometimes the scariest thing out there isn't what hides in the shadows. It's what waits. Patient. Polite. Tapping on the glass. If this stuff keeps you up at night, hit subscribe. And if there's a story on your mind, I might already have it filed.